Dateline, February 23rd, 5 minutes to 1 o'clock. It is the start of the BUCS Premiership playoffs, and we are here in Birmingham, and we have an absolutely scintillating game coming at you live. Let's talk about the home team for this game, the Warwick Wolves. I branded them the symbol of consistency, as they are always in the playoffs. The last time the Warwick Wolves missed the playoffs was the 2018 season. However, the Warwick Wolves have been the bridesmaid and never the bride, having to watch Loughborough go up 2 years ago, watch NTU go up last year. But before this season started, Warwick got the call, hey, do you want to come up to the Premiership North? And Warwick, they were hungry like the wolf, if you will. And they said yes. And with wins over NTU, a win over Leeds, wins over Liverpool and Newcastle, the Warwick Wolves can call themselves Premiership North champions. The bridesmaid no more. But even though they captured the #1 seed in the North, they are not at home. As you can see, we are at the home of the Birmingham Lions. Now, the Birmingham Lions are a team that the squad opposing the Warwick Wolves knows very well, as they have the Cardiff Cobras, a team that's all heart, all gas and no brakes. And they have fought off what seemed to be a relegation curse. 2 years ago, the Cardiff Cobras were saved from relegation because the UEA Pirates took a voluntary relegation. They were saved last year by the creation of the National Premiership and the UE Bullets making the jump. But this year, the Cardiff Cobras saved themselves, and they are back in the playoffs since 2020. And this is an absolutely pivotal matchup. I cannot call this one, but thankfully I'm here to commentate it. My name is Christopher Tebbett, or Tebbs, and I'm so happy to be here. As I'm sure you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, it's windy here in Birmingham. It's very, very windy, and I think it's so windy that it's going to play an effect on this game. It is very, very windy, blowing more so in a, well, I don't actually have a compass in front of me, so it's blowing this way. Where's my finger? It's blowing this way. But I mean, what a game. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy. When I was speaking to Warwick about doing this game, they said it was going to be on yesterday, played at their home pitch, but unfortunately they were unable to get it done, not through their own fault. But we're here in Birmingham, and I'm happy to be here for the first one. We've got a lot of playoff games happening in D1 as well. But Sport Tank today covering 2 Premiership games. Steve will be in Portsmouth, where, I mean, I imagine that the weather is maybe worse. I almost want to say hopefully worse, so he's got to deal with it. I will say, if you love good coloured jersey game today, I think, you know, Cardiff normally wearing red and black, Warwick wearing their new red and black, so had to swap around these logos slightly. Not that anyone cares about the the stuff like that, but we've got a ref crew of 6 out today. Obviously they know it's a huge game, but realistically, I mean, all the marbles here. We've got the #4 seed in the Cardiff Cobras, 2 and 6, beating Birmingham in week 1 and Portsmouth in week 10, I want to say. I would go and check some statistics, but as I'm sure you can tell, it's, you know, it's Cardiff versus Warwick, and it's Tebbs versus the elements today. It's so windy, ladies and gentlemen. It is so windy. Thankfully, I've got the old camera strapped down. But I mean, I wish that there was. I mean, you can look. I might zoom in on that ref's trousers, because that is the only way that I can sort of tell you just how windy it is. I mean, look, not much to say. You know, both of these squads have got so much to prove. I mean, Warwick, I mean, I feel like they've got their recognition. They grabbed it by the throat this year after, you know, being I mean, going back to 2018 even, third place behind Derby and Loughborough, then third place behind Loughborough and NTU, second place behind, no, sorry, third place again behind Loughborough and NTU, and then second place just behind NTU. It almost seems as though, you know, Warwick, again, consistency. They can make the playoffs. They are a playoff caliber team, but they just couldn't get the job done to clinch the first place. But, I mean, that narrative, screw it up, put it in the bin, because it's an absolute lie. This team has, I mean, I'm surprised, and it's going to be so exciting to see, you know, what they're able to do here today. Because, I mean, Cardiff are a team that can surprise you, obviously. I mean, when I was doing the mid-season grades, as I'm sure that some of you did have a gander at, I was doing Cardiff's one, and I didn't even factor in the possibility that they could beat the Portsmouth Destroyers. So they surprised me at the very least, but they stayed up. And I mean, you know, both of these teams, they're leaving the regular season with something huge. Cardiff staying up, and Warwick with some, you know, recognition. Like, this is the first time in a long time. I think even going back before 2018. I actually do have it somewhere, but again, I'm trying to make sure that the elements don't affect my equipment. I'm doing it by myself today, ladies and gentlemen, doing it by myself. So, right, let me find it. And also, it's cold as well. It's not just windy, it's very cold as well. So here we go. Yeah, so here we go. The captain's coming out. Just to finish that point, even going so far back as the 2015-2016 season, the Warwick Wolves never came in first place in their division. But right now, they are, as they welcome the Cardiff Cobras to Birmingham. Jeez Louise, it is windy here today. So obviously we do have Warwick's own camera in the way, but I'm sure that plastic bagged camera won't get in our way too much today. Obviously we're here at the University of Birmingham, beautiful University of Birmingham. So let's see, I was too busy talking about the University of Birmingham. So Warwick win the toss, and Cardiff will receive as Warwick deferred. Now there are some studs on both squads, on both sides of the ball. I mean, if you're a Warwick fan, I mean, you know number 56, Kamada. He's absolutely everywhere, and he's an absolute phenom on this pitch. The QB, Pedro Roselli, wearing number 9. Edward Tucher, number 8. Number 21, Bouquet Danquois, again at running back. You know, on defense, you can't forget Finn Honeyman either. But on the Cardiff side of the ball, number 41, Habib Kol-Akani. Ollie Luck, number 18. Cyril Donoso at number 10. The QB, Kieran McGill, wearing number 8. And obviously, I mean, the man himself, number 7, Sam Harvey. He's going to be, I mean, critical here, but how much is this weather going to, you know, disrupt the passing attack? I mean, the pretty decent passing attack of the Cardiff Cobras. So we're getting ready. Playoff football is about to start, and I hope you're as excited as I am, or at least half as excited, because that still means you're excited. So I imagine that they're going to put this ball down, and I imagine it's going to fall over, and someone will have to hold it. Bold assumption, bold assumption. Now some other great games happening. Brunel versus UEA, Bournemouth versus Bath, Bristol versus KCL, Hearts versus Kent in the Prem South, UCLan versus Stirling, Northumbria versus Leicester, Nottingham versus Hallam again. And then there's a fourth. Oh, and Edinburgh versus Edinburgh Napier. If this ball does not fall off, I'm going to be very, very surprised. So number 24 for the Warwick Wolves is going to kick it away. Ball is up. It's travelling quite well considering the wind. And number 41 for Cardiff has got control of it. He's coming out, making some people miss, but running very, very horizontally. And a lot of some good running there, but a lot of it was side by side. So, yeah, burn yourself out. So, Cardiff starting on offence. Wind not in their favour. You know, the Warwick Wolves are a very, very dynamic team. Trying to get some rosters up for you here. Looks like McGill maybe setting something on the line. Two receivers on the left, one on the right. See Roselli keeping warm on the sideline. So we've got a man in motion. And it's a toss play to number 41. And a big hit. He's still staying upright. And he is fighting for every yard. And this Cardiff sideline is absolutely thrilled. The Warwick Wolves are saying that the ball is out. And the ball is out. And just like that, this is major for the Warwick Wolves. They've got the ball inside Cardiff territory. And there's no worse of a start in an American football game. Well, I mean, maybe apart from a kickoff return touchdown. Well, I just heard a big collision there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to fight with the elements and call a football game at the same time. So please do bear with me. So Roselli, number 9, is out there. He was warming up on the sideline. 14 in motion for them. Fake the toss. Handoff up the middle, but swarmed there by Cardiff. Going to be potentially a gain, or sorry, a loss of 1. I mean, you've got a battle between two very, very loud sidelines here today, and I mean, that's what you want. So Warwick getting set pretty quickly. Roselli rolls out. He loves to do this. We saw this during the Leeds game. He's got some speed himself. He's going to have a gain of about 2 on that play, I'm going to say. I don't see a flag. I just see lots of yellow things sort of on the field. Oh, there was a flag. Oh! And so I was right in terms of a flag. It's an unnecessary roughness penalty, which means 15 yards is going to get tacked on here for the Warwick Wolves. And again, this start for Cardiff. Maybe Cardiff are in their own heads a bit too much. Maybe, you know, I don't want to say, but maybe the Cardiff Cobras are slightly nervous about this game. I'm going to try and remove one of my pieces of kit just to, because it's not actually raining, but it is very windy. No, it started raining again. Okay, let's put that back. Not that anyone cares, but so it looks to be on the 20, and it's going to be a handoff to number 14 of the Wolves. He's got space. Gets around one Cobra. Sorry, I forgot how high up this is based on the angles, but taken out of bounds again. A lot of horizontal running, potentially just a gain of 13 there. Joshua Famalusi on the carry. Again, listen, just because it's based on how much this is, how much the camera is strapped into what it's strapped into. Yeah, going to be a gain of 4, so 2nd and 6 now for Warwick. Roselli's going to roll out to his right, flag on the play. He's motioning for someone to be down there. It's going to be a first down for Roselli, but a flag coming in pretty quickly. I mean, if this is on the Cobras, then they've had an absolutely catastrophic first few minutes of this playoff game. We're going to look over to our white hat ref. Obviously, I'm sure there is probably as cold as I am. God, I love Uniball. What a great season this has been. So we're going to wait for, Oh my Lord. So offside on Cardiff, going to be a 5-yard penalty on them. So I think this is going to take the Warwick Wolves to a 2nd and 1, and it certainly is. And I mean, it could just be a case of Cardiff needing to take a bit of a deep breath here, because this is not how you want to start your first playoff game since the 2020 season. Famalusi in motion, fake 2, him, making people miss. That's number 28 of Warwick, but he is brought down there. I mean, this is it. Apart from Roselli's scrambles, we've not really seen too much yardage up the middle from Warwick. I mean, the game has just started, of course, but I mean, Cardiff are very good at defending that, or they have been today. I think that is number 28. I'm trying to see. That is number 20. So they're trying to force that up the middle. I mean, oh, look at that. And just like that, a QB sneak motion anyway is going to result in a touchdown for Warwick. They did this a fair few times against the Griffins. Let's see if I can. But I mean, that was absolutely perfect there from the Warwick Wolves. That was number 6, Tom Bell, who got in for the touchdown for Warwick. And now Kamada to attempt the extra point. Ball is up and even into the wind. That is good. 7-0 the score here in Birmingham for the Warwick Wolves. I mean, if we dissect, I mean, firstly, the Cardiff Cobras' first offensive drive, fumble, obviously not good, recovered by Warwick, but just a whole mess of flags there from the Cobras. I mean, it feels like Cardiff couldn't have opened the door anymore to a Warwick opening score. So just as quickly as they came on last time, the Warwick Wolves kicking team are back on. I believe that's number 24, Joe Hamshaw, to kick it away. Yeah, that ball is windy. Again, I can just imagine that that's the conversation that they're having, that it's windy, it's going to fall off. Can I please have someone hold it? Is that a cone? Not an actual kicking team? No, I don't know. Is that number 24? Got it as Hamshaw. 2 back to receive for the Cobras. Oh, and another fantastic kick. That's going to sail out the back of the end zone for a touchdown. No flags. I had some extra whistles, but no flags. So, I mean, it's a pretty simple, you know, Teb's tips here, isn't it? Don't fumble. Simple as that. But again, Cardiff are playing into the wind, which, I mean, doesn't help the McGill-Harvey luck connection very much at all. So 9 in motion for Cardiff. Joining that line. Got a bunch, another man in motion. Cardiff being tricky. Hand off to number 10, I believe that's Seldonoso. He's going to have a gain of potentially 2, but again, we are going into the wind. Yeah, Seb Seldonoso there on the carry. Let's see. In fact, I might have my angles all wrong. That might be a loss. It is. Oh, God, my angles are terrible today. So, loss of 1 on the play. The referees are having a word. Oh, my Lord, it is windy. Oh, my Lord. 2nd and 11 for the Cobras. Once again, same motion. This time number 9 is going across the other side. It's brave from McGill to pass it, but he finds number 9, and he's going to have, I mean, that's going to be a decent amount of yards. That's going to be a first down, not by a whole lot. And Joey Ampoma gets the first Cardiff first down of this playoff run. Again, it is so windy, and I didn't think that we'd see a pass this early from Cardiff, but McGill is a good quarterback. You know he's got an absolute cannon. So run up the middle. I mean, again, the entire Warwick 11 converge on that point. It's one of those things where I'd love to check my paper roster, but I'm sure you can hear it's probably not the smartest move. If I do, oh my God, I might actually fall over. So gain of 3 on the play there. On the run, where have I put it? Defense chance from Warwick. Obviously they're pumped for this. Going to be another handoff. Gets round 1, and that's going to be another fresh set of downs for the Cobras. Oh. Finn Osborne's number 9. I'm sure there are some comments going, that's not Joey Ampoma. I'll say no, that is Finn Osborne. Who I think we played this, we streamed his first game against Portsmouth, his first ever game, or for Cardiff anyway. So fresh set of downs. They're not quite past the halfway point of the field, but some great runs from the Cobras. I've put them in this position, and it's going to be another handoff, skirting around the outside, tries to bulldoze past, but going low there. That is number 56. Again, like, Kamada is just sensational on this field. Well, not just this field, but any field he's on. Gain of nothing for the Cobras. It's really a case of keeping the Warwick Wolves defence honest here, because, I mean, Cardiff have shown that they are not afraid to throw this ball into this wind. So Kamada coming up, backs off. So McGill is looking to throw, and that's going to be a high ball there, but yeah, not too much wind when he was throwing it, but just couldn't find Sam Harvey there. Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cobras. Yeah, it's been a okay first drive, but I mean, when you give Warwick the starting position that they did, I mean, there's nothing really to say here. So 3rd and 10 for the Cobras. And if it goes to a punt, they'll be punting once again into the wind. So here we go. 2 receivers on the left. Well, no, it's actually two receivers either side. Kamada took an absolute jump there. And, I mean, I don't know if McGill could potentially feel the speed of number 56 turning that corner, but he had all the speed in the world, and McGill was almost on the receiving end of a 56, absolutely gutted into him. He's an absolute pleasure to watch. So again, the environmental factor here, Cardiff are going to be kicking into the wind, and this wind is just about to pick up. High snap. I mean, again, I'm not surprised, and once again the Cardiff Cobras are going to gift field position to the Warwick Wolves. That is another absolute coup here for the Warwick Wolves. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that you can hear it through the microphone. It's windy. It's windy, you know, it really is a triple threat match today. It's Warwick versus Cardiff versus the wind, and it's going to sound silly, but it just seems as though that the Warwick Wolves have managed to harness the wind slightly better. So Roselli's got it. So fumbles the snap, and he's just going to land on top of it. You know, it did happen a fair few times in their game against Leeds, but Roselli does manage to keep control, but it is going to be a loss on the play for the Wolves. I'm going to say it's going to be a loss of 4, so bringing up a 2nd and 14 now for the winners of the Premiership North. So got 14 in motion, and once again a bobbled snap, and it's going backwards again here for the Warwick Wolves. You know, the Wolves aren't as perfect as the imperfections of the Cardiff Cobras in this first quarter may make you think, but I mean, you're now looking at least a 3rd and, I'm going to say, at the very least 19, at the very least. You know, does Roselli have, you know, he can complete these big throws, but I mean, he's going to need something big here. He's going to keep control of it. Throws it out to his number 5. I will get you a name. He's going to try and cut back. Breaks one tackle. They're saying that ball is out, or at least Cardiff are. I've not seen a referee signal that it is going to be Cardiff's ball yet, but given that the offence is coming on, I'm going to say that it is. So, you know, a special team snafu from the Cardiff Cobras, and then 2 fumbled snaps, and then a fumble of their own. But I mean, comparatively, the where the ball is spotted on both of the snafus for both these teams, Osborne in motion. He's going to join a bunch on the other side. Seldonoso's got it, and it's going to go to Osborne on the reverse. And Osborne is just going to power forward. And I think that is going to be bringing up a 2nd and 2. Oh, no. I think I was counting where he stretched out, so it's going to be a 2nd and 4, I'm going to say, for the Cobras. This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen, about the triple threat. Warwick losing control of the wind. So watch out, Harvey on his own on the right hand side. And it goes to Habib Kolakani, and he's got an absolute massive gap there, but there's going to be a flag in the backfield. Could we see this coming back for the Cardiff Cobras? And I could think that, yeah, that's going to be holding on Cardiff. I mean, number 69's dad's not going to be thrilled with that. No, he's shaking his head just to the right of me. So the big run from number 41 is going to be wiped off the books, and the Cobras are going to be facing a 2nd and 15. Well, a 2nd and 14 as the wind batters my face. I'm going to take this off for the time being. Not that anyone cares, so I'm going to grab the control of the camera again. I'm going to try and get some rosters. So a bit of a low snap, but McGill's got a hold of it. He's going to fire one into the middle, and it is caught by Harvey. I mean, magnet hand Sam Harvey. Imagine that ball is a big hunk of metal. He manages to grab it in, but I mean, if you are a Cardiff Cobras fan, you are not going to like what I'm about to tell you, because number 7 He's just taken a seat on the field after trying to hobble off. And I mean, that is the exact opposite of what you want to see if you're supporting the Premiership South in this game. He genuinely is one of the star players, I mean, of the Cardiff Cobras, but you know, potentially the whole season. He's made some spectacular game-winning grabs for Cardiff. And without him, especially in the elements that we find ourselves in, this could be massive. And again, I would try and check some scores from around the league, but you know what, potentially I will. I'm not sure how many have kicked off. I think a lot of them kick off at 2 today. I know that our second game, Portsmouth versus NTU, does kick off today at 2. Move that over there. Where's my Facebook app? Ladies and gentlemen, the rundown will come at you tomorrow at 7:30. I can plug that. So Harvey is walking off under his own power, but I mean, just for the pure excitement of this game, I do hope this isn't the last we see of him on the field. But a huge throw and a huge grab from McGill to Harvey sets the Cobras up for a 3rd and 4. Oh my God, and the 30-yard down marker has blown onto the field. And I think the refs are going to have to stop proceedings. Or is that the 20? That is the 20. Not that that's important, but... Oh. No, sorry. They're blowing the whistle because there's a flag. Sorry, I was too distracted by the down marker coming off the field. So, a full start there. I believe it said number 60 of the Cobras. It's going to take, you know, a very, very manageable 3rd and 4 to, a, you know, a slightly less manageable 3rd and 6. 3rd and 9. It was upside down in my head, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd and 9 for the Cobras. 2 in the backfield now. And it's going to go to Habib Kolakani. He's going to fight through. And I think he's going to be able to split the stick, so a gain of 6, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 5 for the Cobras. Now it begs the question, what are they going to do? It doesn't seem like they're making any substitutions, and especially after how disastrous that last long snap was, it looks as though the Cobras will be keeping their offence on the field as McGill comes in to the Cardiff huddle. They certainly are. I mean, very, very bold here. I mean, watch for the trying to draw the Warwick Wolves offside. Only 5 to go. Yeah. Okay, so McGill is looking. He's looking out to Kolakani, and Kolakani has caught that. Oh, and the ball is out. But that ball may have gone out of bounds. We're going to have to see what the ref says, but I mean, whether the ball's gone out of bounds, whether it's recovered by the Warwick Wolves, doesn't matter to them. They are going to be taking over on what looks to be the Cardiff Cobras 49-yard line. I mean, Cobras are building some momentum, but it's going to be interesting to see, you know, the Warwick Wolves need to put that last drive. That's in the past now. That's in the past. Snaps need to obviously get a little crispier from the Warwick centre. Eliminate that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do when they've got, you know, 1 yard shy of half the field to go. So Roselli's got it. It's going to be a handoff and brought down behind the sticks. You know, this Cardiff Cobras, they are very, very good at controlling this run game. But when it goes to a running back anyway, I mean, Roselli's rollouts are absolutely dominating the scene. I've got number 20 for the Warwick Wolves as Harrington, so we're going to roll with that unless someone tells me otherwise in the comments. So, 2nd and 14 for Warwick. Bit of a low snap. Hand off to Harrington again. Breaks through one, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be maybe a gain of 1, and that is going to be the end of Q1 here in Birmingham in the first round of the Premiership playoffs. Score as it stands 7-0 to the #1 seed in the North, the Prem North champions, the Warwick Wolves. But I mean, this isn't just as simple as they're flipping sides. They're flipping sides. No, no, no. Now Warwick are going to be battling the wind. But they've been handing this ball off to, truthfully, not too much effect. Obviously, they did score on a QB scramble. Oh, sorry, on a sneak. I don't believe it was the QB who took it in, but a sneak. But that was running more to the outside. But it just seems as though the Cardiff Cobras D-line are very, very adept at getting penetration through the O-line of the Warwick Wolves. It's going to be interesting to see if they are going to be rolling out any more with Roselli, because it has been working for the Warwick Wolves today. Warwick having a long old chat as their receivers moving in. Oh, it's so interesting. They've got, could be going to the outside, could be someone keeping it like they had before. The Cardiff, no, that trick play, no way. Going to be interesting to see if Warwick gained anything on that at all. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and now Warwick are going to be punting into the wind. I mean, we saw that work in the game versus Leeds, which extensively won them the Premiership North, with Liverpool giving the Warwick Wolves a walkover. So Searle Donoso, number 10, back to receive for the Cardiff Cobras. Having to track down that ball, Kamada kicks it. It's going to take a Warwick bounce. I think because some of the down markers are down, I can't tell you where it is until one of the referees spots the ball. And 7-0 the score here. I personally don't think that there's, you know, any one factor in this game for either squad that is really, really massive. No one's massively overpowering anyone. It seems pretty even, about what was expected going into this game. But Cardiff still currently a score down. So it's going to be a handoff. And just swallowed up there by Warwick. Going to be a gain on the play, going to be a gain of 2. Yeah, number 41 for Cardiff. Beeb Cole Akani has, been the primary running back for them, and he's been able to just punch through and gain, 5, 6, 7 yards, but it feels as though the Cobras are shooting themselves in the foot. High snap. Goes to Searle Donoso again, but he's immediately met there. But the Cobras are just pushing the pile forward, so I think that's going to be another gain of 2 on the play for Cardiff. Yeah, the last time the Cardiff Cobras were on this field, they did suffer a loss to the Birmingham Lions. And I mean, given that their last game finished 20-27, losing to the Birmingham Lions on this field 27-6. I mean, it's not a feeling that the Cardiff Cobras want to replicate, being you know, on that sideline with a loss, but it's win and go home time for both of these squads. Well, I mean for every squad, because it's the playoffs. God, I love the playoffs. I don't know where we're going to be next week, because we might have a Saturday game, or I might have a Saturday game and a Sunday game, but we don't know that for sure yet. So just keep your eyes peeled on the Sport Tank Instagram. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're about 500 off 10,000 on Instagram. So sporttank.gridiron, and give it a follow. Get it to 10k. So 3rd and 6 for Cardiff. Trips on the left-hand side. Cardiff trying to draw a flag. And it looks as though they did. Looks like they did draw a snap, but unfortunately it was a Cardiff Cobra who bit on it. So, you know, once again a much more manageable 3rd and 6. Now it comes to 3rd and 11 for Cardiff. Once again, it feels as though the Cobras are shooting themselves in the foot, even though Cobras don't have feet. Yeah, make of that what you will. It's 3rd and 11 here. We're going to have to either see something really special on the ground, or we're going to have to be anticipating the arm of McGill. But I can't see a return of number 7, Sam Harvey. So McGill having a chat with his backs. Kawada trying to jump around the outside again. And McGill throws it up, and up is the key word there. And almost intercepted by Warwick. I mean, that one definitely did get a bit of the elements underneath it. And I think Cardiff are pretty lucky that that wasn't picked off. The punting unit for the Cobras come in on the field. I don't know how much time they got, but they might be wise to, I'll say, wait until the wind has died down. But I mean, the wind hasn't died down for the first, you know, the first quarter and a bit of the second quarter of this game. Good long snap. Ball is away. There are a lot of Warwick Wolves surrounding that. That is going to take a Cardiff bounce. Going to take a great Cardiff bounce. Going to take a very, very good Cardiff bounce. And I mean, you've got to be happy with that. If you're the Cobra special teams unit, and that has landed basically perfectly. On the line here. So what can the Warwick Wolves do here? As again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I will stop talking about the wind when the wind stops being a problem. But now it seems as though that the Warwick Wolves will be throwing into the wind. So what can the winds of the Prem North do? Hand of ball is fumbled, and Roselli. I mean, it's a great skill to have as a quarterback, but you'd love to not have to ever use it. He is switched on to where that ball is at all times, managing to dive on it, but it's going to be a big loss for the Warwick Wolves. I mean, they're looking now at a 2nd, and I'm going to say at the very least a 16. You know, that's the 4th. Well, that was a botched handoff. 14 in motion. It's going up the middle. Going to be, I'm going to say, a gain of 4 on the play. But they've used that fake handoff, or the fake jet, into the inside handoff a few times today, and it has managed to garner them some yards, but they're going to need a massive one here. 4 receivers out. Number 20 in the backfield. Oh, and they're trying to get someone to jump here, and flags on the play. I did see a Cobra on the move. But it all depends on what our referees are going to say. I mean, they're having a... People still say the word conflab. So Warwick gets some free yardage here, making this 3rd down attempt slightly easier. Oh, so they're now going to be facing a 3rd and 6 as opposed to a 3rd and 11. Roselli trying to do it again. Roselli's got it. Roselli's looking for 14, and 14 with a big grab bypasses one. And a fresh set of downs for the Wolves. I mean, one thing you've got to say about the Warwick Wolves is technically, and I don't mean, I was going to say technically they're very good, but no, technically, as in on a technical level, they are a very, very good squad. Josh Famalusa there on the big catch to give the Warwick Wolves a 1st down. Trips on the left-hand side now for the Warwick Wolves. This wind is absolutely battering, and it's going to be a handoff. Running left, but swallowed up there by the Cobras. Potentially for a loss of 1. I'm fairly certain that the winner of this game will be getting the winner of the Portsmouth versus NTU game. Trips on the right-hand side now. Roselli's rolling out. Normally this has some success. He's going to fire a dart, and it's picked off. I didn't even see it get picked off. I was looking at where it was going and not where it was heading. Let's have another look. Oh my Lord. What a fantastic pick there. Number 0, the Cobras, just jumped in front of that ball. I'm gonna have to go back to my sheet. That needs recognition. Where's my sheet of paper? So, great field position here for the Cobras. Can they make something of it? That is the question. Will they let me? Look at my piece of paper. Adam Eckhart? No, not Adam Eckhart. No, that's the worst thing that could have happened. So here we go for the Cobras. Momentum's on their side. They're going to need something big here. Handoff to Kolakani. He's going to make some moves and he's going to get some yardage. He's looking for pay dirt and he's not going to get it. But he's going to get a huge chunk of yard. I'm going to say at least 16 yards. And he's going to set the Cobras up nicely for their first trip to the red zone of the Wolves. I mean, Eckhart just got in front of that. But Kolakani has been managing to find these gaps fairly handily today. Bit of a low snap. This time going to number 1. I believe that's James Naylor. He's not going to have anything on that carry. So a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. So McGill is looking, he's looking back corner. Oh, there you go. You did miss a touchdown, but you did miss number 9 of the Cobras, unable to get it in. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm struggling with the angles. So please do bear with me. I will Make sure to angle it down. I just want to have another look at this. Look at this. Rolling out. Eckhart just jumped in front of it. What a play. But can Cardiff capitalise now? 3rd and 11 for the Cobras. So McGill is looking. Once again, looking for number 9. He doesn't find anything here, so it's going to be a bit of a gutsy call here for the Cardiff Cobras. What are they going to do? So, again, if you are a Cardiff Cobra supporter, you are going to be pretty happy with this piece of news. Number 7 has joined. But it looks as though he will be just holding. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can zoom out. I can definitely zoom out. Let's see here. There we go. Ball is up. Does it have the legs? Oh, and it doinks off the pole. And it is no good for Cardiff. I mean, you don't see a doink very often. Oh, we don't get it. That is a shame. Well, we definitely got it, but I didn't catch in time for replay. So Warwick are going to take over, still holding the Cobras scoreless so far today. So 1 interception on the day for Roselli, and we've seen some issues with the snaps, but a decent one there, but just ripped down behind the line of scrimmage. That does seem to be a repetitious event here today. A loss of 2 on the play for the Wolves. Last drive they found themselves behind the sticks, but choosing to try and get the Cobras to jump off sides, and to be fair, they did. It's number 20, backwards. I think that's Famalusi who's got it in motion, and he's going to have it this time. He's looking around the outside, breaks one, but swarmed again. Lots of horizontal running, so I think that may. Yeah, that's going to be a gain of a single yard for the Cobras. And once again in a 3rd and 11, this is the exact same situation in which they decided to attempt to draw the penalty last time successfully. It's going to be interesting to see if the Warwick Wolves will attempt to do it again. I mean, they're going quickly. I mean, that's the best time to do it. And they try here. So Roselli's going to calm everyone down, try for it again. He's going to have it now. Roselli is looking. Going to find someone, but not enough. And it's going to be a 4th and 9 for the Wolves. I mean, at the very least, you can say the Cobras are learning from their mistakes, not jumping offside. Kamada, number 56. Back to kick for Warwick. And Seb Searle Donoso is back to receive. Oh, oh. So, I can't believe this. This game, like, again, you're time flies when you're having fun here, because that was the 2-minute warning. Both teams have got all 3 timeouts, but Cardiff need the 2 minutes of a lifetime. Good snap. Searle Donoso gets it away. That ball is high. That ball is high. And that is going to take a bounce. And the Cobras are going to have this ball, I'm going to say 4 yards in to Warwick territory. All 3 timeouts for both teams. They tried for a field goal in their first attempt to, the red zone of the Wolves, as the Sports Direct bag ponders its way across the field. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the wind has picked up, and so has this game. 2-minute warning. All 3 timeouts. I think that is Sam Harvey back in the game, right on the left-hand side. It certainly is. But it's going to be a handoff. It's going to be a handoff and a massive run. I mean, number 41, Habib Kolakani, is having himself an absolutely fantastic performance today as he picks up 8 yards for the Cobras. I mean, when you're battling the elements as well as battling another football team, sometimes you need to change up the game plan and stick to the ground game. And I mean, I'd say that Cardiff have done that a bit more successfully than Warwick today. And I mean, the man who's made it possible, obviously Seldenoso has done quite well as well. McGill drops back. McGill is looking for Harvey. Again, I will try me better. You know, there's some shouting from the Cardiff side there, and I think there was a bit of contact on the jersey there, but we won't. All right, let's see. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna widen it out slightly. First, I'm about to break it. Now we can see that McGill likes the whatever matchup he's got on the left-hand side of the field, because that's the play he's going towards. 3rd and 1 for the Cobras. They're going for a throw here, and just bounces on the floor in front of number 41, Kolakani. So this could be a very gutsy call here for the Cobras. It's 4th and 1. It doesn't look like there's going to be a change of personnel. And I think that's fair, if I'm honest. I mean, again, I'm not here to backseat coach, but I'd probably go for it as well. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got a running back that has been pretty hot. So 4th and 1 here for the Cobras in the dying minutes of the first half. Bit of a low snap, goes to Kolakani. He's got it, he's going to have the first down, and he's going to have more. Kolakani is going, but he's going to step out of bounds. And I mean, what a run that was, and he's been able to set Cardiff up nicely for potentially another attempt at the red zone of the Warwick Wolves. I'll try and zoom out here just because I'm sure you can see it is on a bit of an angle here today, and I do apologise, but that is so that the camera is stable. And I think that is probably what is the most important thing. Well, it is to me. Well, it is to me. So you know. So we're Kolakani getting out of bounds there. The clock's going to stop. Cardiff don't need to use one of their timeouts. Got a bunch trips on the left-hand side. McGill has got it. He's going to give it to Kolakani. He's going to run to the right. Going to have some space. And he's going to have, I think, if that referee on the far side of the field is telling me correctly, that's probably going to be a gain of 5. And the Cobras are going to use a timeout. Oh, 34 seconds remain. Cardiff going to need to pull something out of the bag here if they want to go into the half with some points on the board. Score as it stands 7-0. Again, pretty even game so far, I'd say. I mean, both teams have made, you know, a fair few mistakes. Let's not beat around the bush. Both of these teams are going to, obviously, we know the half-time adjustment is a bit of a fallacy, but I mean, some players might need to look and go, hey, I need to, you know, overused phrase, but important one, I need to lock in. I need to lock in. This could be my final half of football uni ball, sorry, not football. This has been my final half of uni ball in my life. So here we go. A toss out wide to number 1. And he's fighting through. And the Cobras are trying to get him to go quickly. And it's going to be another timeout for the Cobras. Seems there was a lot of shouting on the field there, potentially a miscommunication. 21 seconds to go. I think that was a Justin Timberlake and Madonna song back in the day, but there was some shouting between the Cardiff Cobras players after that play was over, which potentially could have cost them the use of a timeout there. But you could tell, I mean, even from all the way up here, that the Cardiff Cobras staff were not very happy about having to burn one there. But the Cobras are going to have a 3rd and 3, potentially even a 3rd and just a 2.5. But I mean, a stand for the Wolves here, you know, could be absolutely huge, and I mean, in the second half could potentially even win them the game. Once again in that bunch formation here. McGill's got it, bit of a low snap. He's looking for number 1, that's a high ball. Just couldn't find anyone there, just the angle was just slightly off. But now it's going to be a 4th. Let's just go with 3. Let's just go with 3. It's going to be a 4th and 3 here. And it doesn't seem as though the Cobras are going to be bringing on their field goal unit. Last time they attempted one, it doinked off the right post. So McGill is in. This is going to be the last chance of the Cobras in this first half to walk away with some points. Well, they could get a first down as well, I suppose. So that's Naylor, number 1 in the backfield. Low snap, given to Naylor. Naylor's got some room, spins out. I think Naylor is going to have the first down, and he is. So it's not going to be a last chance saloon here for the Cobras, but with the moving chains, they're going to have some extra time. But it's not enough. Timeout called by the Cobras, their 3rd and final. So, no more timeouts for the Cobras. The wind raging. I'm going to say they're on the 4. I'm going to say they're on the 4. Kolakani, number 41 in. Sort of been a hot hand for the Cobras today. Let's see what the Cobras have cooked up here as they look to score some points before this first half concludes. Got a man in motion. McGill is looking. He's trying to find someone in the backfield. And I mean, that ball was high and Harvey just could not bring it in. But I mean, because it was an incomplete pass, there's not going to be, the clock will stop. Kolakani takes off his helmet. So once again, the Cobras look to kick their field goal, and this wind is picking up. They are going to need, oh, this wind is horrific. Good long snap, kick is up, good chip. And it is good. So the Cobras will not leave the first half, and just like that, I mean almost perfectly, The first half is over, and the Cobras manage to leave the first half with some points on the board. The score as it stands here, 7-3 to the Warwick Wolves. Now, I mean, this has been about as even as it gets. You know, both of these teams have made, you know, a good amount of mistakes. You know, fumbled snaps, fumbled handoffs from the Warwick Wolves. An interception as well. You know, realistically, the touchdown for the Warwick Wolves was set up by the Cardiff Cobras long snapping unit, sending that ball over the head of the punter. So, let's go to some scores from around the league, and we'll join you back here in about 15 minutes or so. But I mean, once again, it's too tough to call. Let's see, as I'm sure finished at 2 o'clock. Bloody hell, that was... I've never seen a perfectly timed first quarter before. Wow. Let's go. My lord, it is cold. Tebs, stop talking about the weather. Nobody cares. Okay, no problem. No one said that, but... Okay, here we go, here we go. 36 minutes ago, Wooly Mike keeping us informed. The Bobcats 14, Killer Bees 0. And 18 minutes ago, Gary telling us that it was Brunel 30, UEA 0. Didn't see that scoreline coming. Ladies and gentlemen, what a first half it has been here in Birmingham. I mean, I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. Join us back here, not long. Warwick 7, Cardiff 3. Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back. As I'm sure that you can sort of see, obviously the wind is still about, but it's also now raining as well, and it's cold. Just because he was nice to me, this wasn't Adam Eckhart, it was Hayden Jones. And what a great pick it was. Don't know what I thought it was. Let's just keep watching them. They're not out yet. They're not. But yes, as I'm sure you can see, the rain has started and it's cold. But let's talk about football. Let's not talk about stuff like this. And yes, that is a Ukraine hat. I'm using to wipe the camera in case anyone caught that. Very, very even first half of football here in Birmingham today. I think that the Cardiff Cobras have got the edge on the running game. Both teams have just made mistakes. I feel like that 7 points came from a special team snafu from the Cobras. At the end of the day, the Wolves are up. They have found ways to get yards, of course. Roselli is very, very spry. Their QB number 8. Also number 20 as well. They're taking some one of their runs out of the jet. Kick is away for Cardiff. Going to take a good Cardiff bounce, and I think that's going to sail out the back of the end zone. And it is, so we're going to have a touch back. No flags, but a lot of whistles. Anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic week of Premiership season. I'm going to try and throw this up every time that I decide to wipe the camera away. That's okay. So, I mean, Warwick would have loved to have had that first half be scoreless for Cardiff, but field goal on the last play of the first half results in 3 points for them. So it's going to be right in the middle there, but Cardiff have been eating that up all day long. And it seems as though that not much is going to change there. No gain on the play there for the Wolves. I mean, what a season it's been for the Wolves. 7-1, their first place finish in a long time, even going back to 2016, 2015, 16, 17 they made the postseason. Oh, and what a grab there by Josh Famalusi, I believe. That's going to be a gain of at least 6 there for the Warwick Wolves. Yeah, we did some digging. So it looks as though the Wolves are going to bring on that heavy formation. They certainly are. He's got them a touchdown earlier in the game. And there we go. And I'm not surprised here, taking it all the way. They absolutely love that play. No flags, touchdown Warwick. I mean, what a way to start off the second half even. A touchdown for the Wolves. I believe that is their number 6. They go to. Oh, it is cold. I can barely use my fingers. Not that anyone cares, but that is. Tom Bell. Take it there. It looks as though Cardiff thought they had it covered, getting people around the edge. So at the very least, some positive signs there if you're a Cardiff Cobras fan. A blocked kick, scoreline stands 13-3. I mean, that's how you come out. That's how you come out. I mean, that's why that formation is so good to run, and that's why Warwick is so good. And that's what I mean about Warwick being so technically good. they could bring out these formations where you think, yeah, I think I know what's happening here. I think I know what's coming. No. Warwick surprised you with something like that, and Tom Bell sprints in 13-3, 10-0 lead here for the Wolves. Now we know that Warwick can hold games defensively if they need to. There went the 7-6. Warwick, I believe, scored that 7 points in the opening drive of the game. I'm going to say, I think that was right, and then managed to keep Warwick to just a touchdown, but I believe it was a penalty from the NT Renegades, sending that kick backwards, unable to get it through the posts, which gave Warwick a big victory over their rivals. Kick away, straight down the middle. Kolakani has got it, he bobbles it. He's trying to go around the other side. Flag on play. Absolutely killed. Or if you're Cardiff Cobras, mental. So a face mask on the Warwick Wolves is going to net the Cardiff Cobras an extra 15. I mean, kind of gone out, you know, you've kicked the field goal, you've managed to get down to the red zone of the Wolves twice. Touchdown off in very quick succession. Stop there to get that pop pass, but he's going to run right and it's going to be swallowed up there by the Wolves. Gaining the play of about 2. You know, you want plays like that to be absolutely fluid. Let's see if it was as smooth as it could have been. Warwick. Even the Kolakani's just managing to churn out yards. They're 2 big stops. He's going to do a gain on the play. I think that may get Cobras 2-5. It's going to get them, sorry, not 2-5. It's going to get them 4 yards, 5 yards. It's not only going to get them 2-4. So a 3rd and 6 now for the Cardiff Cobras. Oh, Christ. 6 now. Hill drops back. Hill throws a quick one out to Soldanoso and he just cannot keep his hands on it. So 4th down now. Again, I think that punt in the first quarter of the game may have scared the Cobras off from attempting anything similar. Because they're going for it here on 4th and 6. Low snap, McGill picks it up, can he make something of it? Oh, he's looking for Soldanoso or Sam Harvey. He manages to split the difference between the two, and the Warwick Wolves are going to have a turnover in Cardiff territory. Yeah, that replay is going to be first half seemed almost tropical to what it is now. But let's not talk about me. I suffer for the art. Roselli throws a spiral, gets it to 14. Good tackle there by 81, but what a great throw there by Roselli. We haven't seen much of his arm today, but we know that he's got one. Cardiff Cobras looking at their trying to ask for a holding penalty, and I don't think they're going to get it. And again, as I have been told it does, I believe it's a sound like I'm in a hurricane, and unfortunately there is nothing that I can do about that because that is just the weather. So a gain of 1 on the play there for Warwick. They're approaching this end zone, and Roselli once again looking, throwing it away. Hayden Yeoman's the man who got the interception, did get it wrong. I thought it was Adam Eckhart, who's that big man on the line, who Hayden was quick to tell me at half time. He was underneath that ball. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Wolves. Right now for the Wolves, you're feeling pretty good, you're 10 points clear. And another bad snap there, it seems to have plagued Warwick, but Roselli manages to escape out of bounds. And a flag on the play. That was one of the closest we could hear. And that is going to take what was, potentially looking at maybe a 4th and 16-15, and that is going to give Warwick a potential 7 downs. Another case of flag affecting. I mean, that is an absolute heartbreaker there. I mean, that is why you've sort of got to stay locked in. You can't be giving up penalties like that, because you've taken something that could have resulted, well, it was going to result in, basically a turnover for the Cardiff Cobras, and now the Warwick Wolves are going to get a fresh set of downs and a whole chunk of yardage tacked onto it. It's almost like they're moving the chains. I was going to say, it looked like Warwick were struggling to figure out what their next play was going to be, but they're just moving the chains in. So, I mean, I feel like if Warwick score here, this is going to be an absolutely brutal uphill climb if Cardiff look to continue in the playoffs. Potentially a false start there. No, I thought there was a neutral zone infraction, but there wasn't. But potentially, sorry, there's a flag on the opposite sideline. Yeah, I can see from the referee's hand motion who's coming to the middle there that it's going to be a flag, and it is going to be. Yeah, there we go. And another penalty there. It's inventive plays from Warwick, flags for Cardiff. There's putting the Warwick Wolves out in front here. Maybe a handoff, run into the left-hand side. I mean, it seems though Warwick have had a bit more success when going to the outside on these runs, but unable to get much there. 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. Two in the backfield. Roselli is looking. Oh, unable to bring that in. But I mean, you've got to respect Warwick for taking these chances. Wind is dying down here. Going back to that heavy formation. Penetrating up the middle, they could pull that a first down. I think they are. God, what a great play. What a great formation from Warwick. But you can see that when they're in that formation, the Cobras are almost walking on eggshells, because they obviously don't know where that ball is going. If it's going around the outside, if it's coming up the middle. Yeah, 1st and goal here for the Wolves. Roselli's got it. He's going to roll out to his right-hand side. He's going to try and take it himself, and Roselli has got the angle, and that is a touchdown for the Wolves. I mean, Roselli's rollouts have been absolutely lethal today, and you could tell about halfway through that run that he had the angle. Last extra point blocked, but I mean, what a 3rd quarter, what a 2nd half it has already been for the Wolves. Going back to that heavy formation, they're going to try and make it 2. And the Wolves slowed out, but so I think that may be no good. So no good. Scoreline stands at 19-3. But again, bold of Cardiff to go for it on that 4th down, resulting in a turnover, and Warwick capitalise. A big score, and I mean, Roselli with a couple of big throws, but taking it himself, that rollout is just, it's almost like Cardiff don't have an answer for it. But I mean, that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty has undoubtedly cost the Cardiff Cobras 6 points. So the Wolves to kick off. I'm trying to stay as exuberant and energetic as possible. It is freezing. It is absolutely freezing. So Cardiff obviously need a huge, I mean massive, enormous, monumental, gigantic response. Kick for Warwick, straight down the middle again. Soldanoso looks to settle underneath it, and he does. He's going to take it. It's going to be a reverse now. Colacani has got it, but he runs straight into, I think that's number 50 for the Warwick Wolves. They're reversing. Dead set on the 20-yard line. It's just, for me, it's technique. I love watching the Warwick Wolves because, I mean, it's not that you don't know what they're going to do, but you don't know what they're going to do, and that's what makes them so exciting. Bunch of trips on the left-hand side for the Cobras. Toss out left to Colacani. We've only seen Colacani get the ball a couple of times in this third quarter, but it seems as though the Warwick Wolves are doing a better job of bringing him to ground, though he is going to have a game. circulate the ball down the field. Again, gets a good amount of yardage. 4 on that one. This Cardiff Cobras with a 3rd and 2. Portsmouth. Is it as chilly here? I imagine it is. Bring him into the inside. To Cardiff. Bring him to the other side now. Brings him across. Low snap. Goes to Colacani again, but I mean some great first contact there from Warwick. Play's not over, but there was a defender there from the Wolves who just got there so first touch. On number 41, it's going to bring up another 4th down, 4th 2. Going to be no gain on the play, no loss either. And once again, the positional changes do not occur for the Cobras. Trying to get him offside, goes to Colacani again, cuts back, oh, it's going to be close. Looks to me, I'm guessing that sideline referee, I'm going for the one right on the other side. That is going to be a first down, but it's going to be a first down by a single yard. I mean, if I could hear the white hat ref, thank you, this white hat ref, it's been very loud, so I can hear him up here. I think there may be 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, but don't quote me on that. So McGill's got another hand up to Colacani, but what a wrap up there. I'm trying to see what that number is. That is number 56, Kamada. Limiting Colacani to just a gain of 2 on that play. This first half is looking pretty. Huge run out of that heavy formation, and then Cobras just go for a 4th down. Camazelli's big run. And a collision in the middle of the field means that ball is going nowhere, and we may have a receiver for the Cobras down. He is not getting up. Oh, he is getting up. He's getting up. Sorry, he's getting up, but he's hobbling. He's hobbling back to the huddle. So only Colacani's gain of 2 on this drive so far. So McGill drops back, looking for a big shot, and what a grab that was. And I don't even think the Cardiff Cobras could believe it, because there was like no celebration from that side. They managed to have a Warwick Wolves down. So Sorry, some hands are absolutely freezing. Off to the Warwick Wolves sideline, I presume. Sorry. So probably what's been the biggest Cardiff Cobras play of the day so far. Gill once again looking. Unable to come away with a catch there as number 9 of the Cobras. Cobras look to be setting up fairly quickly. Just wait for that ball to get placed down. So going through the air here, wind has died down. Looking for Searle Donoso, I think, and that is almost picked off by the Warwick Wolves there. I mean, so close. This ball going back the other way. So 2 plays, two downs, 2 pass plays for Cardiff. I think they know that, you know, this is getting a bit tight. 19-3 the score. As it stands right now, the Warwick Wolves will be going back to Warwick, obviously, as we're here in Birmingham with a game to play. Colacani's got it, he's going to be punched right up the middle, but it's not going to be enough for a first down, but he split the sticks at 5 yards, potentially only 4. Yeah, it's going to be only 4. As it stands right now, the Warwick are going to have a lovely Sunday night, I assume, and they're going to be prepping for their next opponent, whoever it may be. So Q4 is on the books. The Warwick Wolves taking another step in what has been a fantastic season for them already. Cardiff Cobras going home, still in the Premiership, but not taking a big step towards becoming the Premiership champions. Wolves obviously the Pro North champion. Keeps going to get beaten by the 4th seed in the south. I mean, at the end of the day, Cardiff still Premiership next year. So 4th down for Cardiff. Drops back. McGill looking for one over the middle to Harvey. He just could not find his favourite target. And once again, the Wolves have a turnover on downs, but it's not as huge of a problem as it has been in the 3rd quarter, as Warwick are going to be taking over inside their own territory. Due to that huge catch number 9, and that's the wind is going down, so it might be time for me to check the old roster so I can actually give you a name to that massive catch. There's a hand for number 21 of Warwick. He's going outside. Going to have a gain on the play, going to have... Wait waiting for that ref to put down the sticks. Gain of 1.5. Warwick getting set nice and quickly. Roselli drops back. Roselli scrambles. Roselli's trying to get someone open. He's going to have the angle. I mean, what a multifaceted player. Number 9 Roselli is number 29's got it. But wrapped up. Backfield. Going to be a loss of about 2 on the play there for Warwick. Sorry, there's only just being a little bit tempted today. Don't have anyone with me, so things start going a bit problematic. I've got to sort it all myself, all while staying on commentary and being cold. Heaters in the Thames Mobile are going straight up. Second as well here for the Warwick Wolves. Ah dear. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, looks like 29 again. Once again, he's not going to have a whole lot of anything here. Toby Brown, number 29, for the Wolves. We're going to be facing a 3rd and 13 here in Q4. Man in motion. Roselli gets it to him. Number 29 there of Cardiff. Got some good first contact. Now the front unit for the Warwick Wolves. Going to come onto the field. It will be number 56, Kamara, to kick it away. He's made a big impact here today, not just through the kicking game, managing to wrap up as well. Soldonoso back to receive for the Cobras. Snap. High kick. And that's going to sail out of bounds at the Warwick. Oh no. Bang on. Dead centre. So the Cardiff Cobras, they're 16 points down. And that ball is going to be placed at the halfway point of the field. See the other scores from everything, not just Prem, but obviously Portsmouth versus Newcastle. Low snap. Kolakani gets it. He's going to have a good turn of speed there, and he's going to have, if he doesn't have a first down for Cardiff, he's certainly going to be close. Yeah, he's going to be short, but he's going to be a second of inches. I'm going to be able to camera down if you guys do not mind. To get that other side, but we'll wait until this plays out. So 2nd and 1 inches. Kolakani's got it again. He just runs straight to number 44 there at the Warwick Wolves, and it's going to be number. So fresh set of downs for the Cobras. It's going to fire out there. Oh. And what just great defence there from Warwick. Ball hanging in the air far too long, so he knew exactly where to put his hands to make sure Osborne come away with it. Obviously, in the Prem this week, Newcastle versus SGS, NTU versus Portsmouth, and Exeter versus Leeds. Well, Leeds versus Exeter because it's in Leeds. That's how we do it in this country. So McGill once again drops back. He's looking for a huge spiral to Sildonoso, and oh my God, just off his fingertips. Let's have another look at that. Oh, so close. But a 3rd and 10 is what the Cardiff Cobras are left with. Q4. These defenders, these DBs and quarterbacks for Warwick have been spectacular today. Getting right in the mix. Once again dropping back for Sildonoso again, and it's picked off this time. Number 6 of the Warwick Wolves has got it, and he's escaped one tackle, but he cannot escape the next. Let's see if we've got it. Oh. And I mean, is it too early to say that, you know, this could be that catch number 6 of the Wolves could potentially have, well, let's just say it. It's looking a bit shaky. Looking a bit shaky now for Cardiff. If it wasn't already. See what to do in tactics-wise. Do they want to put some more points up on the board, or do they want to just get this clock nice and drained? Roselli's going to roll out to his left-hand side. Oh, massive hit there. And Roselli's going to have a gain of, let's say, at least, I don't know if I say at least 80, I think that's a gain of 7 for him. I mean, a QB that's not scared of contact. What? Delicious. Receivers set nice and early, do work. There's number 20. Going to cut back left. He's going to have enough for a first down. No, he's still on his feet. What am I talking about? He's still going, still going. And I mean, the Warwick Wolves sideline absolutely loves it. So do I. First down Warwick. I mean, control is very much in the hands of the Wolves. And I feel like it has been ever since that scramble TD from Roselli. So down to the Wolves. Ladies and gentlemen. Forging in motion for Warwick. And it goes through on the jet pop. Managing to be brought down there by 45 of the Cobras. One. What I do for you. Second and 8 here for the Wolves. 14 again. Fake the pop. Goes number 20. We've seen that play many times today. some on the play. Here do work, but you know, I think that the name of their game could be running out the clock. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Roselli scramble. Not much to go, but I think they're trying to get him to jump. Yeah, and there's the Roselli scramble. He's going, and he takes a slide. Now, people who say that Christopher Pepper does not know ball, play predictions, totally throw all of the same precedent this clock is draining. This goes back to this as Warwick look to get set up. We're going to go back to this. Back to the action. It's going to be another rollout as we hit through. Jelly with another scramble. We'll see where they put it. Again, I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen, but I just want to wipe down the camera lens. It's better than you see the inside of what I'm using to clean it, because if you were watching earlier then you'd know it's a University of Central Lancashire hats, because it's the only thing I've got. Don't know why I decided to show you that, because it's the 2nd and 6 for the Warwick Bulls. 14 in motion, fake the pop, goes for 20, seen it again, and number 20 is going, and he could be going, gone. I mean, how many times have we seen that play today, and that has absolutely paid off there with a huge run for Warwick. And I think if they score here, I mean, you may get a stick or fork in this game. Timeout called by Cardiff. There's one of timeout. I want to go and have a look at some scores from around the league today. Some of the other Prem games did kick off at 2. Oh, it is freezing cold. It is freezing cold. Half-time at UClan versus Stirling. UClan lead by 10. 5 minutes ago, SGS were leading Newcastle 19-0. Portsmouth leading Inter 26-0. 17-0 Bournemouth over Bath. Half-time. Let's look back into this game. So flag on the play. Full start. Q2, Brunel. 36-0. So half to 20. Good for Brunel. got a great stat there. But number 20 just wrapped up there by the Cobras. After finding themselves behind the sticks, Cardiff Cardiff need not just one miracle, they need 3 miracles if they want to walk away here. But I mean, what a game from Warwick. I mean, the season for both of these teams, it does look as though the Warwick Wolves will be taking the next step into the playoffs, where I think they'll either play, what's the stands right now, or something like that. Tough old game. Well, to be fair, I said they're all tough games, the players. Christopher. Coleman. So I've got a really heavy formation. What are they going to run out of it? Take a guess. Roselli just hands off. It's almost like a rugby scrum. So Roselli really gives that ball off at the last moment, allowing for himself to potentially take it around the outside. So 4th, 13, they're unable to get anything going there. So there you go. 2-minute warning called. Cardiff have a single timeout remaining. 4th and 13 for the Wolves. And the Wolves are going to be looking to use the foot of Kamada to kick it through. So just angle that there. So we've got it slightly better. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 22-3 is the score. 1 timeout remains for Cardiff. I think Warwick are going to start making some plans for their next round of the playoffs. Gallant season for the Cobras. 2 seasons in that relegation zone. They managed to get themselves out. What was almost their ceremonial place in the relegation zone. They'll be playing Premiership football next year. But it just doesn't look like they're going to be playing football in the 24-25 season for much longer. So, I mean, they can't hear me, but if you're playing on Cardiff right now, well, you've got to enjoy yourself. I think their varsities against Swansea. I mean, what a game plan from him for Warwick. They are one of the most fun teams to watch. Roselli is so good, and it's going to be caught by Kolakani. Kolakani, number 41, who's had a great game himself. He's going to control the ball, but does not work for them. Minute 45 remains in his first Premiership. It is so cold. McGill is looking, dumps it off to Kolakani. We'll give credit to the Cardiff Cobras as well. We've got the chance, you know, but McGill's had a decent game. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to see much of the connection from McGill and Harvey as we have done in previous games for the Cobras. You know, number 9, Finn Osborne, has been, you know, the primary target as Osborne moves around. McGill looking for, well, I think he was looking for Osborne. For the Warwick Wolves once again. I saw him give us was drawing up these plays for Warwick. They're the MVP today. But I think it's going to go to Roselli, the QB. And it's picked off by the Warwick Wolves. They're going to try and take it back, but this game is cooked. There's a Cobra down. I believe that's the second pick of the day for number 6 of the Wolves. In fact, I might give it. I'll give him a MVP. I feel like I'll be taken away from Roselli. They know when to scramble, make it passes on a dime. Tom Bell with his second pick of the day. Let's go back to a scoring play here. Look at this, all the way home for the Warwick Wolves. Go back and see the pick from Hayden Yeomans, number 3 of the Cobras. And the game is over, and the Warwick Wolves are making their way further into the playoffs to continue what has already been a spectacular season for the Warwick Wolves. I mean, recognition is all theirs, as they are. I mean, let's not beat around the bush, one of the best American football teams in the nation. Roselli, for me, he's getting the MVP. I mean, you can hear some of the players, well, I'm not sure if you can, but I certainly can, saying 1 down, 2 to go. The job's not over for the Warwick Wolves, at least they don't feel like it is. They've got a whole Sunday to celebrate before the hard work starts. We're going to, just as this game has ended, it seems so has the rain. I'm going to give you some scores from some scores from around the league, and then later on I'm going to warm up in my car because I'm absolutely freezing. I'm absolutely arctic cold, and I'm sure that you would much rather go about your Sunday than listen to me talk about just how cold I am. So, UClan lead Stirling 10-0 at the half. SGS lead Newcastle 19-0. Portsmouth leads NTU 26-0. Bobcats lead Bath 17-0. Napier defeat Mavericks 27-0. In Q2, though this was an hour ago, Brunel were leading UEA 36-0. What a game this was. What a team Warwick is, what a team Cardiff is. I'm so happy that I came to witness this game and get it on camera. What a game. My name has been Chris Tebber. Watch the rundown tomorrow at 7:30. I'm going to go and warm up in my car. Thank you very much to Warwick. Thank you very much for Cardiff. I love Uniball. I'll see you tomorrow.